he wants to either Drake or Lil Baby to drop his name on a track. Paul, you have had many songs drop your name, so who do you think will name drop Ja first, Lil Baby or Drake?
You know what? At first I would have said Drake, but I'm gonna say Baby because he's one of the hottest rappers out. You know, I love Lil Baby from Atlanta. You know, I think it's free from the South, right next to Memphis where he's at. So if Lil Baby drop your name or Drake, you definitely made it because I know I felt that way when I started hearing my name dropping some of these rappers. So that's definitely a mark that you've made it.
Yeah, I think Ja has a lot of respect for Drake. Who doesn't like Drake? But I think for his generation, Lil Baby will be the one that will really cement it home for him that he has arrived, that he is officially a superstar in the league.
Paul, how many songs do you think have your name in it?
You think I have?
Your name, yeah, like a dozen?
I think I'm gonna count like around close to 10.
There we go.
I remember I made a CD with just rappers saying my name in a rap, and I used to listen to it at times when I would work out to it. It was just, I know it's an ego stroker, but it felt good to hear your name in some of these hot raps.
Shocking, Paul Pierce with the ego stroke.
The Paul Pierce CD dropping. Did he record something? No, just with his name in it. All right, ESPN's Kirk Goldsberry publishing this heat map yesterday. It highlights Michael Jordan's mid-range scoring prowess. But Jay, the question is, how effective would Jordan's mid-range game be in this era of basketball?
Jordan's mid-range in this era? Man, let me tell you something. Players always make the adjustment. He averaged 30, 32, 35. Man, come on. Jordan would average more points. And in an era where we shot more threes, who can forget that memorable finals game when Jordan made, 5, 6, 7 threes against the Trailblazers and gave them this? I mean, people act like Jordan couldn't shoot threes. He would destroy the league now. I mean, he would be setting all-time records. There'll probably be a season he averaged 40 in this era, especially the way he got to the line. His mid-range would be most effective. I'm still upset because I was a mid-range guy that the mid-range is a lost art in this game. It's mind-blowing to me.
I don't know. I'd love to see Michael Jordan guarded by like Giannis or LeBron James or somebody who was really long, a Kevin Durant, see how he would have had to play that. But I always find this mid-range game so funny because I know the league has moved over to a three-point shooting league. But people absolutely destroy DeMar DeRozan because he leads the league in two-point shot attempts. Like all of a sudden, this style of basketball can't be effective. You can't win a championship this way. So as much as I think that Jordan would have adjusted and shot threes, I also think he would have stayed with his bread and butter. And maybe we wouldn't have this whole narrative that you can't win a championship with two-point shots.
Look, here's what I know about Michael Jordan from covering him. He didn't play to play his game. He played to win. That the most important thing to him was to win. So if it would have been, hey, I need to take threes to win, he would have developed that three to the point where he was at Steph Curry, Reggie Miller level. Like, that's what was important to him. So whatever the game style was in that moment, whatever he had to do, wherever he had to weight his game or learn to do better, that is what he would have done because he was relentlessly competitive about winning, not about playing a certain way. It's just the certain way we know him having played is what worked in that era to win. That is at least what I believed. And guys, he was just as hard on his teammates as he was on himself. There's a Q&A that was published in The Athletic this week. Michael Jordan notes he believes people will perceive him in a bad light after this Last Dance documentary airs. He talked about times he was particularly tough on former teammates like Scotty Burrell. Jordan said, quote, "When you see the footage of it, you're going to think that I'm a horrible guy, but you have to realize that the reason why I was treating him like that is because I needed him to be tough in the playoffs." Paul, do you agree with Jordan's sentiment there?
Absolutely. See, I come from an era where, that was normal to get on your teammates, for coaches to get on your teammates in a bad way. And me as a player, when a teammate, Antoine Walker, KG, some of my teammates maybe cussed me out or got on me, it made me play harder. That was the era that we live in. Now we play in an era to where guys are more sensitive. He pushed his players. The thing is, what are we judged on as great players in this NBA? Winning. When Jordan got on his teammates, it was for trying to win, trying to be better. It wasn't because I didn't like a guy. It wasn't because I don't like what you're wearing. I don't like whatever, what you eat. It was because you probably wasn't playing hard enough. You didn't follow instructions and things of that nature. And at the end of the day, Michael Jordan's one of the greatest winners, so it all paid off, you know. But today, I can't see like those hard-nosed coaches who get on players, like those hard-nosed players that get on players a la Jimmy Butler. People look at them in a certain way, but all they want to do is win.
I will say this, though, when there are costs associated with winning at all costs, and I think we're going to get a chance to peek inside what that prism is. And P, when you say that you and KG, you guys are almost like peers, though. You're allowed to do that. You know, who was really the peer of Michael Jordan? Maybe Scottie Pippen to a degree, but Scottie was kind of quiet. And how did everybody else handle the pressure that came along with that all the time? And, you know, I know that we shouldn't mention LeBron's name in when we're talking about the dominance of Michael Jordan, but I also think that this will give a chance for appreciation for LeBron fans too, to see that LeBron, as hard as he is on his other teammates, like he raised their elevation in a different way. Like Jordan raised you by either saying get on board or don't get on board, where LeBron kind of picks you up verbally and tries to lift you that way. So I think two different styles, but both have their own costs associated with it.
The environment, though, is so different. LeBron, when he subtweeted, say, Kevin Love, people went crazy talking about how he wasn't a supportive leader. Michael Jordan punched Steve Kerr in the face. Literally.
Exactly.
It wasn't like he said something mean to him. He punched Steve Kerr in the face. So when we talk about Michael Jordan, it is a whole different bag. I am very curious to see what is captured in this documentary. I do think the Hall of Fame speech gave fans who didn't realize how tough he was a window. We'll see more on Sunday. All right, thanks Paul and Jay for joining me. Jump is back on Monday. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.